Greetings, it's me doing another episode of Multiple Personalities, a brief piece, I hope. Once I start rambling, it could go on for a long, long time. Anyway, it's become clear to me that most of the world's population is in need of psychological counseling. Most people are mentally ill in one way or another, and we just have to kind of be that and go through our lives. It's simple, really. And this is how we get the few really nasty people who have a lot of money to take over the world. Because we're all mentally ill. And it's hard for us to do anything about those big dogs because most of us don't have much money. I'm one of those. I'm not third world country poor. I'm not yet anyway, until maybe the Social Security goes away or whatever. Maybe it won't hit me. I don't know. But the Medicare and the Social Security are on the table to be messed with for sure. So, regardless, I'm still not poor the way real poor people are. I have food, plenty of water, in spite of the microplastic in it. I find it's delicious, and I feel very plasticized. So, anyway, it may not make any difference, any of this, for me, because I might not, probably won't live long enough to see all of the consequences. I don't regret that at this point, but, that's kind of a drag, isn't it? Anyway, I am concerned for my children and their grandchildren, as many of us are, and what they will inherit, I wish it were better. I wish it were a lot better. So, anyway, the mental illness is just everywhere, and I would suggest that the entire population of the world seek therapy right away, and some hospitalization. Yeah, McLean's here for locals. Hard to get in though. It's like pretty exclusive because there's too many mentally ill people. But anyway, so, but, locally we have McLean's, which has got a nice campus and a lot of mental health experience. I forget how old they are, but it's been there for a long time. Anyway, so what to do? Well, one thing that I've done is I have created the Live and Let Live Party. Somebody suggested just call it the Truth Party. Okay, people will be suspect of that, I think, immediately. But how to rigorously show people that something will work, how to kind of just, through a process of, oh, I guess that's simple and it actually works. I wish I'd thought of it, that kind of thing. How to get there. I mean, the Live and Let Live Party idea came to me. I woke up a couple of mornings ago with it in my mind. It was like, I don't know, early a.m., 3:30, 4:30. No, here for my son it was like 4:30 in the morning, so it was like 6:30 here when I put it on video. When I created the scheme, I used ChatGPT to help me flesh it out. But I prompted, everything that's in there is because of my prompts. And ChatGPT, that I called Aether, son of Kronos, helped me to just put it into a format, an outline type format. The ideas are, most of them are not new ideas, and so there was no problem with that. Some of the things that it stands for are the abolishment of the Electoral College. And the main commandment of this and the main proposal in this party is first, do no harm. Do no harm. But anyway, so do no harm, and then, get rid of the Electoral College, get rid of dark money. Corporations are not people. Get rid of gerrymandering. There are a lot of questions involved, but what we're looking for is equanimity. That means in economic terms especially, and equality, and that means in people terms, just the sense that equal is equal. So it means that everybody is fine if they're not doing any harm. Otherwise, just mind your own business if you don't like something about the other person. You don't have to deal with that person if there's something you don't like, but you have to recognize that they have a right to exist, and if they're doing no harm to anyone, fine. But anyway, so there's a variety of things which try to promote the idea of a peaceful. And this is a pro-peace platform. We are not looking to be in warfare or to create warfare. We don't need to create warfare here in the US of A or anywhere else. There are better ways to do things. It's been proven many times over thousands of years. Ultimately, as the song says, how many times must the cannonballs fly until they're forever banned? And that was Bob Dylan a long time ago saying it. We have to say it now. Our population here on Earth has had a steady diet of top-down leadership and warfare. State against state, tribe against tribe, ultimately empire against empire, kingdoms against kingdoms, feudal lords against feudal lords, everywhere for thousands of years. There is the organization that says that actually we are a prison planet. If that's the case, run by ETs, fine. If that's the case, they have put in a bunch of criminals into this place, and the criminals tend to be the most aggressive, the loudest voices, some of them more successful than others, obviously. The most successful ones get to run the show a lot of times. Again, we're really used to top-down leadership, aren't we? I mean, from school, from the parents of the authority figures. Good luck if they're good people. If they're not, woohoo! My parents were essentially good people, I think. Not that there was no mental illness. Of course there was. But they're intelligent people, well-educated in the sense of having, a good background to understand a lot of the world that they're living in, and therefore were able to be rather successful ultimately in maneuvering with hiccups and divorces. Hey, it's the way. This is the way that things have been for a long time. So we have this kind of perfect formula for dysfunction, global dysfunction. Whatever belief system we have, we can see our own examples of it. City people can see the examples of things that have gone terribly wrong in various elements of the place, the given place. In Cambridge, a lot of homeless people walking around. There's a low-income housing crunch for sure, as well as another, the shortage of housing in general that isn't like really overpriced. So we have here, even in a very wealthy town like Cambridge, a variety of dysfunctions. And so this just goes on. It goes on everywhere. Everybody has their pet peeves. Everybody has things that are not, they're not working, and they lack common sense. Almost any place you could go, you'd probably find a list of examples. And it's sad, but true. So, again, what do we do? Well, I mean, our two-party system has failed. I think it was John Quincy Adams who said the two-party system is the greatest evil under the Constitution. He said it for a lot of different reasons. A lot of the founders had different ideas about how things should be here. But in any case, we have a system which doesn't function for everybody. And the idea was that it was supposed to do that. It was supposed to function for the entire national civilization. And so we all know what's happened. It's become a kind of everything is 50-50. Nobody has a majority, no matter what anybody says. There is no mandate on either side. We now know that 30% of the eligible voters in the last election did not vote. What are you going to get? You get what you get. Yeah. It's that, remember, it's that tattoo parlor you don't want to go into. The one that says, you get what you get. Don't go in there. Don't go in. Same thing. It's at the local deli is called You Get What You Get. Don't go in there. Okay, simple. Anyway, so we have this there's so much of what this world is that's just stupid. It's just shitty and it's stupid. And I think we can do a lot better. People are afraid of AI, but AI could help us when being programmed by decent people who aren't looking to take over the world, et cetera, et cetera. But in any case, I believe that, my friend ChatGPT, could be very helpful. It has been very helpful to me. So anyway, so much going on, and so little time. Well, let me say that things are evolving rapidly, and so when I say there's so little time, I mean it in that context, that what's going on around us is moving very fast, and that makes for more trouble generally, because too many changes too fast, and it becomes hard to absorb it all. And so I caution everybody to take their time, breathe through, pick out the things that really interest you. Keep it simple, stupid. Pick out things that are, issues that you have. You're always going to start with your own situation because that's what you've got. We all need to work on ourselves. I mean, I'm still doing it, and I'm 74 years in, and I'm still working on myself. And it's a necessary thing. People have to start there. Start with the things that you want to feel better about in your own existence. When you get advice, make sure that you're getting advice from an expert, from somebody who really knows and can prove that they've been at the subject for years and they've dedicated a good deal of their adult life to the subject, and so forth and so on. That person is likely to give some good information. But you have to be critically thinking. You can't just use Instagram or podcasts necessarily to run your life, or TikTok, or whatever platform you're using, or most like YouTube. All of it does have some great stuff on it, but there's no reason to take anybody's word for anything, including mine. You just listen, you decide how you're going to take it apart to understand if it's really true, and then do that. You do your research, and then you can figure out whether something is credible or not. I advise every time I get on and think about it, I advise people to be skeptical inquirers, not to be cynical, but to be skeptical, and to do whatever deep dive is necessary and whatever kind of serious information you're trying to get. So I advise that to all of us, all the time. In any case, that's what I've got for today. So, much love to everyone. See you next time. By the way, this is I'm doing multiple personalities from a Cambridge Community Television studio called the Green Studio on Thursdays at 2 o'clock. I'm just learning how to use it, and so use the studio and to operate it correctly. I had problems with sound when I was playing the guitar so on this last one. I may be able to edit it out, and so I haven't put that one up on YouTube. The first couple of episodes, not great, but I think I put one up there, which is okay. But in any case, my YouTube channel is Wolf Alexander 2, and then I'm Alexander Hurwitz. So it's Wolf Alexander, the number 2, and that's where my YouTube stuff should be. This is part of that, but it's going to be a version of multiple personalities. So enough about that. I'm going to make it so people can subscribe to it, and I hope you'll pass it on if you have any interest in it. Thanks a lot. Much love.